Recently, DC announced its new event, Absolute. Of course, after years of just being plain bad and then switching to being bad and politically correct, I'm not awaiting this project with enthusiasm. Unfortunately, my curiosity was strong. In a YouTube short, I saw someone mention the writer of a Model Tor and a Model Hulk to be part of the event. Despite how Model Hulk turned out, I decided to read the following Tor run. The art seemed great, the characters looked appealing, and it must be at least well written for the first couple of issues, right? Well, immediate red flag. Loki is a woman, so the remnants of whatever terrible arc happened are still there. Secondly, Sif is in charge of the Bifrost, and she gets unbridled praise because of course she does. I thought that I could turn a blind eye and at least finish the first issue, but oh no. You now have several panels of Thor spending time with the average people. While it might seem wholesome at first, you now have Thor hanging out with social justice warriors, and that's about where I stopped. It doesn't matter how good a work looks nowadays. If it's made in the Western world, you should be careful, especially if it's coming from Marvel or DC. There's a reason why they never start with presenting upfront the modern aesthetic. It's because of how awful it is. Nobody would want it if they were upfront about it. Once you accept their less egregious scenarios, however, they then slowly start to integrate the scenarios we would never want. A lot of modern left ideas sound okay in theory, but are awful in practice. Most people do not think about abstracts. So you just sound like you're awful when you say, no, we shouldn't co-own this company. No, gays shouldn't marry. Or, most people shouldn't vote, especially women. Unfortunately, adding excrement next to a cake does not make it more appealing. So eventually, the entire project crashes and burns. They got comfortable over the years and kickstarted projects not ashamed of what they were, but they should. That's how you end up with catastrophes like Concord. This sort of thing dies in the womb and has no chance to live because the idea that everything is subjective is a lie. There is such a thing as quantifiable reality. The numbers and reception reflect it. Nobody wants this trash. I don't care how good Ultimate Spider-Man is, there's no worse feeling than investing time into a work only to have it shift on you midway. I've seen some pretty good things turn into shit in a matter of seconds. The fact that they can indeed make normal things shows that they have an understanding as to what is appealing to those who are not subhuman. It really only has been a matter of conversion and ideology, and I'm not falling for it again. I'll stay with my controversial Chinese cartoons. Things you should watch. Dan the Dan. Wait, no, that's it. Everything else sucks.
Over our fan base, we heard your cries for new games.
Where's Bloodborne 2?
And we decided to ignore them. Instead, what we decided to focus on was getting in our own way. We wish to design the world's first quadruple A gaming console. Why did we call it that? Because that's the sound you'll make when you see the price. Fuck all of you, you'll buy it anyway. This is the PS5 Pro, the future of mediocre gaming.